Hey, what's going on? So this will be day one of weeks 1 and 2. So this is the one you're going to start with. There's going to be 3 workouts each week. So there'll be an A, B, and a C, however you want to look at it. And you can do it any way you want as long as you're alternating days. So like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Just give yourself a day's rest in between. If you want to do something else on your own, that's fine. Go for a nice long walk or something like that would be great. If you have a chance to do this outside. Like I'm taking advantage of the fact that it's gorgeous out right now. So just getting outside and getting the sun on me, getting some vitamin D, that's always a plus. So I definitely recommend that if you can. And then also there is a disclaimer with the PDF, but I just want to again reiterate that make sure that you're okay to be working out, and that if you need to show this whole program to your doctor and make sure that it's okay for you to be doing it, whether it be for anything, injury, anything. Okay, I don't want you guys to overdo this and re-aggravate an injury if you have one, or if you shouldn't be getting your heart rate up too high. Just definitely, it's always better safe than sorry. So with that being said, we'll get started. So your first thing you're gonna do is a warm-up. So this warm-up will be the same thing that you do for minimum weeks 1 and 2. I may just do the same warm-up for the whole 6 weeks, but definitely for the first 2 weeks, you're gonna be doing this warm-up. So we're gonna start off just on your hands and knees. Your toes, you can be on your toes or on your laces. You can switch it up if you want to also, but all I want you to do is just start off just rocking back and forth nice and easy. All right, trying to get your shoulders past your fingertips. I'm not bending my elbows. I'm not going down, no push-up. So just rocking forward, trying to get my shoulders past my fingertips, and then I'm trying to get my butt down to my heels or my calves, but without rounding my back. So I don't want this to happen, all right? I want to keep good posture while I'm doing it. Like I said, you can also go down to your laces if you want. You'll get a little deeper that way, but again, don't let any of this happening. So you'll do this for 30 seconds. Then when you're done with that, I'll show you this one from here. You're gonna do thread the needle. So you're gonna take this hand, dive it through, rotate your head, look up as high as you can, and then open up and slowly rotate and open up this way. Do not twist and do not go fast. Rotate. Then come back and just alternate side to side for 30 seconds, just nice and easy. All right, make sure that the arm that's straight, bend that elbow, bend it. Don't try to stay straight. Bend it a little bit. That's fine. Again, open up nice and easy. You can even put your hand behind your head if you want. That's up to you. But again, you're gonna do that for 30 seconds altogether. Then you're gonna come up, you're gonna start off just kind of putting your fingers underneath your toes, but don't step on your fingers because you are gonna put some weight on the balls of your fingers. And you're gonna come down nice and low, and you're just gonna straighten your legs out as much as you can. So, give you an idea from the side. So we're here, just like that, for 30 seconds. All right, then you're gonna come up after that one, and you're just gonna do some nice easy leg swings. Try to touch your hand with your opposite leg if you want. If you want to do these walking, you can, but just for 30 seconds, just keep on doing leg swings. From there, you're just going to do some shoulder circles, so just nice and big, 15 seconds in one direction, 15 seconds the other. Just try to open up real nice. And then the last thing you're going to do for 30 seconds is called a cross crawl. So you can start off just touching opposite hand and knee, and if that's really easy, then you can go to forearm to the knee and have that still real easy. Then go ahead and go to your elbow. But the thing with this, the reason you want to start with the hand is because you need to make contact. So I don't want it to look like this. I really want you to make sure that you're touching. So if you can't touch knee to elbow, then try forearm to elbow. And if that's not working, then just go to hand. All of them are fine. It's all basically the same thing, just a little bit more difficult to get the elbow compared to the hand. All right, so that's your warm-up. Now you're going to do 3 rounds of 5 exercises in a row. So you're gonna do a bodyweight squat, squats, push-ups, glute bridges, planks, and jumping jacks. You're gonna do it in that order. Rest for 2 minutes, and then do it again. Rest for 2 minutes, and then do it again. So you can do 3 rounds all together. All right, but I want you to superset all these things because I want you to get your heart rate up a little bit, where if you were gonna do like 3 sets of bodyweight squats, then 3 sets of push-ups, you'd have to rest a little more in between, and it will take, not only will it take a little bit longer, but you won't get that aerobic, you know, that getting that heart rate up part to it either, okay? So, you know, while you're doing one, like, so when you do your bodyweight squats, then you'll do push-ups, you're kind of resting your legs because you're going back to upper body. All right, so you're kind of getting some active recovery while you're doing something else. So you're gonna do 15 bodyweight squats. So when you think about your squats, I want your feet to be about shoulder width apart. You can turn your toes out a little bit too if you'd like. And then from there, keeping your chest straight up, because this is a bodyweight squat. It is not a back squat with a barbell on your back. I want you to keep your chest up, and I just want you to sit down in between your legs. Keep your hands out in front of you, and I want you to think about trying to get your elbows down to your knees and then come up without rounding your back, all right? So we don't want to do this. We want to make sure we're sitting in between our legs. So I'm sitting down like this, and I'm not folding forward. I'm not going over my legs like this. All right, so I'm sitting in between my legs, not over my legs. So just nice and easy, making sure the chest is up. So if you can't get down that deep, that's fine. What you'll do is you just go down as deep as you can. And if that's as far as you can get, then that's where you're going. I'd rather you just do this than thinking that, oh, I got to get my shoulders closer to the ground and then go like that. That's not a squat, that's a hinge, all right? Which is okay to do. It's not dangerous, but that's just not what we're doing. So I'd rather you just stay here and do that. You can even put a bench behind you to use as something as a target to sit onto. That's completely fine. So you'll do 15 of those. Then you're gonna go and do your push-ups. All right, so hands, so I want you to start off with your hands about shoulder width apart, actually. I will do it this way so you can see my hands a little better. So important things to think about push-ups is that you always wanna make sure that your wrists are right below your elbows. You don't want your elbows outside of your wrist because you can really damage your shoulders over time doing that, because now you're internally rotating that shoulder and it's not moving the way that it should. All right, so you're doing a lot of wear and tear inside there without even knowing it right away. I mean, you may feel a little like, oh, but you know, you're not gonna injure it right away, but over time you totally could. So a couple of ways to look at that is that the best way that I like to do it is act like you have screws coming out of the bottom of your hands and you're trying to screw them into the ground where they wouldn't be able to move. And you're gonna constantly keep that screwing feeling into the ground. Another thing you can think about is if you had like a bar in between your hands and you're trying to bend that bar down, but obviously you're not gonna bend it, you're not gonna actually bend it, but you're gonna pretend like you are. All right, you should feel your lats fire up and your shoulders. This is really gonna help protect your shoulders. Not only that, it's gonna get you it's gonna help stabilize you so you can do a real good proper push-up, and you should be able to get more push-ups once you kind of get the hang of this. All right, so screw those hands in, come up off your knees, and then I also want you to think about pulling yourself down. I'm still screwing my hands in and then driving up. Pulling down, driving up. Constantly screwing your hands into the ground the whole time. Pull down, up. All right, if you need to go to your knees, I'm totally fine with that, but what I want you to do is get in this position and then just drop your knees like that. So now we're here, because what I don't want you to do, and I see this all the time, is people wind up in like this tabletop position and they wind up doing this. That's not really a good push-up, all right? So make sure you're still in a plank if you need to go to the knees. What I want you to make sure that you avoid, though, is say you have a hard time here like this, your elbows are gonna be out, move your hands out then. Just move your hands out a little bit wider so those wrists are always below those elbows. Do not let those elbows flare out to the side. I promise you, in the long run, you're gonna thank me, all right? So you're going to do 12 push-ups. If you can't do 12 in a row, that's fine, but don't move on to the next exercise until you get 12 in. You're gonna flip over onto your back, bring your heels up nice and close to your butt as best you can, keeping your heels on the ground. So don't go on the balls of your feet. Hands out to the side, and you're just gonna do 20 glute bridges. So you're gonna push your heels down to raise your hips up, squeeze your glutes. This is as high as I want you to go. It's not about trying to get up and arching your back. Right here, your upper back should stay flat on the ground. Up, squeeze, hold for a second, down nice and easy. When you come down, just touch, right back up. Really push through those heels. You really want to try to get those glutes firing. All right, so you can do 20 of those. Then you're gonna flip over. You're gonna need a timer for this one because you're gonna do this one for 30 seconds. You're gonna do a plank. So I want your arms to be parallel. So don't have your elbows out to the side. Arms parallel. I want you to act like you're squeezing two sopping wet sponges in your armpits, and you're trying to squeeze the water out of those sponges. You're gonna sniff in some air, embrace your abs like someone's about to punch you. Then you're gonna push the ground away with your forearms and your feet. Okay, when you get up, you're gonna squeeze your glutes and flex your quads and constantly doing everything else. So here, I'm pushing the ground away. I'm squeezing the water out of those sponges, squeezing my glutes, flexing my quads, and pushing the ground away with my feet. All right, I'm gonna hold that. I'm shaking, that's great. I want you to shake. All right, you should be engaging so much that you should start to shake. If you have to, down to the knees. But you can still flex, you can do everything else still, so now you're pushing through your knees instead of your feet. All right, 30 seconds. Again, like the push-ups, if you can't do 30 seconds in a row, do as long as you can, stop your timer, then go again until you accumulate 30 seconds. Then the last thing you're going to do is come up onto your feet and just nice and easy, just doing 1 minute of jumping jacks just to get the heart rate going up a little more and just to kind of move your body in this plane of motion, because we're always doing things forward and backwards. We really don't move our limbs side to side that much unless we do it purposefully. It's really not much things in regular life that have us go out to the side. So for 1 minute, just nice and easy. Then you're gonna set a timer and you're gonna rest for 2 minutes, and then you're gonna start it all over again, rest another 2 minutes, start it all over again. All right, let me know if you have any questions. So this is weeks 1 and 2, day 1.